Hello, my loves. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your girl, Kensthetic with the Kensthetics, and I'm here with you guys today with a new video. So in today's video, I want to share some of my most complimented spring fragrances. In case you guys don't know me, in case you guys don't know Kensthetic, I love fragrances. Like my collection, I don't know if y'all can see. She kind of extensive. I think I have a pretty large fragrance collection, and I always get compliments on how I smell. Like one of the best compliments a female can receive, or any person can receive, is you smell good. What do you have on? Da 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 da. Boom 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 boom. Yeah. Okay, that will really put your girl in her bag. So in today's video, I just want to share a few fragrances that I believe you guys need for this spring season to make sure that you smelling just as good as me, girl. So if you guys are interested in seeing my spring fragrance recommendations, go ahead and keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop a comment down below with your thoughts, with your comments, with your questions, with your suggestions. Leave it down below, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to address today's look. So I had blowed my hair out and I just did a twist out on it. I recorded it, or the process of me twisting it out, on YouTube Live. So I'll link that video up above so you guys can see what I use. My makeup, I recorded it. I think that video will be up before this one. But yeah, I recorded my makeup. It came out real good or whatever. Earrings of Zara. I got these a few years ago, but they're like these waterfall drop earrings with these little stones on them. Super cute. This top is from H&M. I purchased it a while ago. It's just like a halter back top, pretty light color, perfect for the spring season. And that is it on today's look. So let's go ahead and get into the fragrances. Also, before we get into the fragrances, links to all of these fragrances will be down below. So make sure you guys check the description box for links. So I want to start off with one of the newer fragrances in my collection. This is the Maison Margiela from The Garden. I received this in PR from Maison Margiela. So shout out to Maison Margiela for sending this over. But this fragrance, I was a little skeptical about it at first because on the bottle it says the fragrance description is earth and tomato leaves. I said tomato leaves in a fragrance? Like, why would I want to smell like tomato leaves? But baby, this fragrance right here literally smells like the most perfect spring day. Like, sit back and close your eyes and just think about what would a perfect spring day look like to you, feel like to you, smell like to you, and you get that in this bottle right here from Maison Margiela. So this fragrance is described as a citrusy, woody, earthy scent. I definitely agree with that. It has notes of tomato leaf accord, green mandarin essence, and patchouli heart. I'm gonna just go ahead and spray right here. It's a very interesting scent, I will say that, because you do get the tomato leaves, but you get the patchouli immediately after. But then you get like the woody, earthy, like everything that it's described as is what it smells like. And I know y'all probably listening to this and y'all like to blend all of that. I don't know what it's given, but you literally have to smell it to understand it. It's one of those fragrances. But I love Maison Margiela fragrances. It is an all day toilette, so it's not as strong as an all day parfum. This is my go-to fragrance whenever I'm just running out the house to run errands. I always get compliments on it, and I'm just like, okay. I also feel like this fragrance wears better throughout the day. Like as the hours go on, it just sinks into my skin and blends in with my body oils. And I'm just like, yes, yes, and yes. Smells literally amazing. But I recommend you go in store and smell this. This is not a fragrance that I would recommend somebody get as like a blind purchase. Definitely go in store. See what it smells like. See if you like it. Don't come for me, okay? I'm telling y'all, this was a fragrance that also had to grow on me. Because the first time I wore it, I was a little skeptical. But then I was like, okay, I can see how I like it. Because it's different than everything else that I currently have in my fragrance collection. But that's what I'm looking for. Like with new fragrances, I'm like, okay, what do you bring to the table that none of the other girls have brought yet? Like what makes you different? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely got something different from this fragrance, and I like it. Are you really a baddie if you don't own the Lina Exclusive? Like, have you really entered your baddie era if you have not purchased the Lina Exclusive? Like, this fragrance right here is literally like a baddie in a bottle. Like, I'm gonna just spray one spritz because she's kind of pricey. Yeah, like, oh. It took me a little while to get jiggy with this fragrance, I'm not even gonna lie, because at first I'm like, oh, it's a little bit too powdery for me. Like, I don't know if I really like it. But once again, this is another fragrance where I feel like the longer I wear it, the more I mess with it, the more I understand it, the more we, like, you know, go together real bad, the more we grow to understand each other. Because at first I'm like, it's a little bit too much for me, but over time I'm like, okay, I get it, I get the hype, because it just wears so well throughout the day. So this fragrance right here, the Lina Exclusive, this is the 1.7, I think. This is the 1 fluid ounce. So this is kind of like a baby bottle, but I've had her for a while and she's still going strong, but I can't tell how much. I really can't tell how much. Oh, I have a good amount left in here, and I've had her since I lived in New York, period. So this fragrance has key notes of pure lychee and grapefruit. It has middle notes of Turkish rose and incense vetiver, and it has base notes of vanilla and musk. I just think that every girl needs this fragrance in their collection. It's just so pretty. It's so refreshing. I like to wear this on special days, which is probably why I have so much of it left, honestly. Like if I'm going on a special like brunch day, or if I'm going just to a special meeting, I'll wear this fragrance because literally you're always going to get compliments on this fragrance. It's just so girly. It's just so pink. It's just so refreshing. And when I purchased this fragrance as well, I told you guys newer fragrances in my collection. I'm like, okay, what do you bring to the table? What's different about you? Tell me about yourself. Tell me how you stand out against the other girls. And this fragrance definitely speaks volumes to that. So pretty, so refreshing. I feel like for every season, you need like one fragrance where it's like, when I'm ready to stop out on the town, when I'm ready to have a girls' night, when I'm ready for date night, like what is my nighttime scent? Because there's certain fragrances you can wear in the daytime, but then there are just certain fragrances that just speak to the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? It gives the night vibes. It gives the sexy vibes. It gives, you know, the feels. And for me, my spring nighttime fragrance that I always get compliments on, YSL Black Opium. YSL Black Opium. YSL Black Opium is that fragrance for me. YSL Black Opium to me, it smells so grown. It smells so sexy. It smells so like innocent, but like, you know, she could be a little freak at the same time. Like this fragrance, I feel like just describes me, like nighttime Kenny in a bottle. So this fragrance is described as warm and spicy. It's also considered a layerable scent. I can definitely see myself layering this with other fragrances. I'm not sure what I would layer it with yet that is currently in my collection. Maybe the scent I need to layer it with probably isn't in my collection yet, but I can see how this fragrance can be layerable. It has keynotes of black coffee, white flowers, and vanilla. So very strong, but also, as I mentioned, very sexy. Like, oh my God, when I put this fragrance on at night, it just allows me to just transform into that innocent, sexy. She could be a little freaky tame Kenny, you know what I'm saying? But if you guys don't have Black Opium, would highly recommend. This is my nighttime spring summer scent. Always get compliments on it, and I will definitely be repurchasing her. This is the 1 fluid ounce. Once again, I'm not really into bigger fragrances right now, but I did receive this in PR. But when it comes to fragrances right now, I low-key prefer a travel spray or a 1 fluid ounce. First of all, I have a ton of fragrances, as you guys can see. Like, I feel like from an economical perspective, it just makes sense for me to get a travel spray or 1 fluid ounce, unless I'm like 100% ready to commit, or when I'm at the point where I'm really building my fragrance collection. Because right now, I'm just like testing the waters. I'm just seeing what I like, what works for me, and then I want to get to a point where I put my big girl panties on, and I'm like, okay, girl, we are ready to establish the fragrance collection. Not just your fragrance collection, but the fragrance collection. And at that point, that's when I'll get like the larger bottles of fragrances. But for now, I'm just testing things out, and I feel like I'm more of a travel spray and a 1 fluid ounce, 1.7 fluid ounce sometimes when I feel a little spicy type of girl. I just feel like Lancome fragrances aren't spoken about enough, and they give me a mature feel, a mature vibe, which to some people it may be like, I don't want to smell too mature, but it just gives like a sexy mature, like a confident mature, like a luscious mature. Like Lancome's fragrances, or at least this one. This is the Lancome VS Belle. I think that's how you pronounce it. This fragrance has the notes of bright iris and warm vanilla. I feel like the iris gives it more of a mature scent. I can see this being like an everyday fragrance for a working girl, a working woman. So the description of this fragrance says, this floral perfume intertwines iris, earthy patchouli, sustainably sourced in Bali, oh she's foreign, and warm vanilla with spun sugar, leaving a sensual trail. It is a floral gourmand bouquet, blending the most notable fragrances for a long-lasting and iconic fragrance. I definitely get iconic from this fragrance. I can see this, as I mentioned, being someone's everyday scent, like being someone's scent. It's not that for me. I will say that to me, this is more of a I'm ready to stand on business in my Black forces type of vibe. But she's beautiful, she's mature, she is warm, she's standing on business, she's doing everything that we said we're going to do in 2024 and beyond. And I absolutely have been growing to love this fragrance right here. This is the... I did get this in PR from Lancome. Shout out to Lancome. This is the 0.5 fluid ounce. So a little bit of this does go a long way. I don't go in and spritz because, as I mentioned, she's a little on the stronger side. She's on a little like just do a little toot and you good to go type of thing. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this fragrance right here. Probably one of my most worn fragrances in my fragrance collection right now is this Nest Turkish Rose fragrance oil. Let's talk about her real quick, okay? Let us talk about her real quick. If you are not into fragrance oils, I highly recommend that you guys find at least one fragrance oil that complements you, complements the fragrances you have in your collection, complements the notes that you like in fragrances. Perfume oils, one, they help your fragrances last longer. So you apply it as a base and then you'll spray your perfume or your cologne on top of it just to give you a longer wear. And also it has like a base note, so it also helps with layering your fragrances. If you are new to layering your fragrances, I highly recommend starting with a perfume oil and a fragrance versus just mixing several fragrances together and you don't really know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I love this Nest Turkish perfume oil because it just smells amazing. This is a roll-on. I think it comes in I don't know if it comes in a travel spray too, because the full size is like a dropper. Baby, this stuff right here, first of all, I wear it on its own majority of the time because the scent on its own is literally a vibe. I don't know if y'all could tell how much I have left, but baby, I'm gonna have to upgrade to the big body Benz very soon. Very, very soon. So this is the Nest Turkish Rose Perfume Oil Rollable. This fragrance, ooh, I didn't know it was a Allure Best of Beauty Award winner in 2022. I can definitely see why, because it just smells like chef's kiss. So Turkish Rose has keynotes of dewy Turkish rose, black plum, and blonde woods. To me, this fragrance is very floral, but it also has like a woody underscent. It smells so like, whenever I go to the gym, I'm just like, let me just, smell a little, let me smell like a little something. So when I start sweating, people could be distracted by how good I smell. But yeah, I love this fragrance oil so much. I have definitely been trying to test out mixing it with different fragrances to see, what I like, what I don't like, because I am new to layering my fragrances. So I'm not going to sit here, and I should have prefaced this video by saying I'm not a perfumist. I am not a professional when it comes to fragrances. I just know what I like, and I like sharing it with y'all. So yeah, whenever I have got a few compliments on her in the gym, and I was very, very, very surprised, because if you go to for you to be in the gym and for somebody to compliment you on how you smell, you should already know that's a big thing. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a perfume oil, highly recommend this Nest Turkish Rose. I also have the Nest Madagascar Vanilla, but that's more of my perfume oil for like the fall winter season. And for the spring summer season, Turkish Rose is my girl. Turkish Rose is my girl. I feel like we kind of all started our fragrance collections with Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf. All of the OG baddies have had Flower Bomb, or currently have Flower Bomb in their fragrance collection. But the twists and the turns that Viktor and Rolf have been making with Flower Bomb, I'm kind of here for it. So this Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid literally smells so beautiful. Like, I don't know what it is about this fragrance. I don't know which one of the notes. It gives sexy. It gives, I like to go to brunch. It gives, I'm out on the town, possibly looking for my man, my man, my man, my man. That is what this fragrance right here gives me. Like, I'm outside, I'm having fun, I'm flirty, I'm sexy. It gives me that. It gives me that. So this fragrance is described as a warm floral, and it has keynotes of vine peach, ruby orchid, and bourbon vanilla. Yeah, it just gives flirty and sexy. I like this fragrance on its own. I don't mix her with anything else because I feel like she gets the job done on her own. But it just smells so good. So if you love Flower Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, I highly recommend to try like these different twists and turns they're putting on their fragrance. But this one right here, this Ruby Orchid, yeah, she's that girl. She is that girl. Whenever I wear her out, I always get compliments. And I feel like a lot of people usually ask me, or a few people have asked me, what perfumes did you mix? Because it already does smell like what would be a mix of fragrances. But it's just one fragrance. It is one fragrance, and it is Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. So good. So good. This is probably my favorite amongst all of the like Flower Bomb variations that are now on the market. Ruby Orchid, they did their big one. They did their big one. So those are some of my most complimented spring fragrances. Majority of them are new or newer to my fragrance collection. So I really wanted to share them with you guys and let you guys know my thoughts and opinions. So if you guys are looking for your spring fragrance, or if you guys are just looking to expand your fragrance collection for the spring season, I hope you guys found this video and my recommendations helpful. As I mentioned earlier, all of these fragrances will be linked down below in my description box. So make sure you guys check the description box down below. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Comment and let me know what's your go-to fragrance for the spring season. Like, what has been a fragrance that you have been wearing time and time again? Comment down below and let me know. Before you guys head out, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your bell notifications, give this video a big thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and until my next video, I'll see you guys later.